morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, welcome back to the channel. It has been a while, and that's for a very good reason, because for the last few months I've been training for my upcoming fight on the 2nd of March. Yes, my first professional ever fight. It's crazy, I can't believe I'm saying those words are coming out my mouth. So yeah, it's been a pretty hard time for me, both good and bad, but that's pretty much any boxing camp for you. But anyway, I've had to come on here and do this very ad hoc raw video, so I hope you can hear me. If you can't, then it is what it is. This video won't exist, but if it does, there you go, you're welcome. But yeah, I'm here to show you the car unveiling 3 of 3. Yes, the last car that I've purchased, and you would have seen briefly on the last video where I unveiled my race car, my ST150 to you guys. Now, it's here, right there, and I'm going to give you a walk around of it and show you what I've gone and bought, because yeah, I got this very cheap, and yeah, it's coming up to almost a year of me having it, so it's been a very reliable car. It's had some work done to it, but very minor in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, without further ado, let's unveil it. Here she is. Yes, my W163 Mercedes ML 270 CDI. Oh, what a beast it is. Powered by a very lumpy diesel. And I'm not going to lie, it is actually a really cool car. Very nostalgic, very old of course, as you can see by the registration. This is all like 22, 23 year old car. It's crazy. But yeah, this is it, and this is what I've been using to tow the second car on the fleet, my ST150, to race circuits. It's done a pretty good job so far. It's towed to Snetterton twice, and I've used it on occasion for last year when we was competing in TCR with Adam Shepherd. I was using it to ferry all the boys around from the circuit back to the hotel and vice versa. But yeah, the car has treated me very well. It's, as I said, needed a few bits, like an injector seal. I'll put a picture up of the mess that it looked like. Oh my god. Basically the injector seal failed, and basically soot covered the rocker cover. It's codenamed Black Death. If you look it up on YouTube, all the stuff I looked at was pretty tame compared to what I had to deal with. So both myself and my missus had to clear the rocker cover, and yeah, as you can imagine, it was a nightmare. It's had 4 new tyres, front brakes and pads have been done as well. But yeah, this car doesn't drive, how can I say, very nice. It is like driving a boat. I mean, it looks like a boat and it drives like one too. Now, let's have a look around the car, because despite how much I paid for this, which I'll go into a little bit later, well, I'll keep you engaged and I'll tell you the price probably towards the end of the video. The outside of it, for what I bought it for, I'm very surprised at. Now, you can probably see rust here, but generally, that is pretty much it of the rust. There's nothing around the arches. Of course, it's got a tow bar. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to tow it. And the reason for getting something like this was because I needed something with a big enough capacity to tow not only the trailer but the car on it, and I've got a big trailer, so it really did hamper me with looking at cars, because really I did want an estate, like a 5 Series, so I could still use it on a daily basis, because other than towing, this literally just sits at the unit doing nothing. And that's one of the reasons why after today's video, literally I'm filming it on a day where it's getting collected. What is the date today? I think it's the 10th of Feb, a Saturday, a lovely glorious Saturday where we've been having nothing but rain all week. Yeah, this is literally the last time I'll be seeing this car, because it is potentially going. Now, I don't know whether it is or not, because I'm selling it on Facebook Marketplace, and we know how reliable Facebook Marketplace is. But yeah, other than that, the rust on that side, there is a bit of rust on this side too. But I mean, these generations of Mercs, I'm pretty surprised it hasn't rusted more, to be fair. Now, underneath is just as good, really clean underneath. But yeah, I am very surprised, and it does go for inside the interior as well. Now, of course, again, this is a very old car, but considering that this is done over 170,000 miles, it is still in pretty good nick. I mean, that doesn't look very appealing, but to be fair, that's the first time I've seen that, so God knows what that is. But yeah, it is very nice in here. Of course, there used to be a Nokia in here, as you can see, and obviously someone's taken it out, which is very annoying because, yeah, who doesn't want a phone, especially a Nokia, in their car? People of that generation were so lucky. But yeah, it's obviously got big old girthy foot bars, got electric seats, it's got heated seats, it's got sat nav, which doesn't have the CD in it, it's got a lone range gearbox, it's got a very crappy automatic gearbox, but it does the job, we'll gloss over that. It's got parking sensors, which sort of work when they want to. It's even got a sunroof that works and doesn't leak. Yes, I'm spoiled, aren't I? But yeah, literally, you understand more how much I paid for it, and you'll be like, oh my god, you got such a bargain, Chris, honestly. But yeah, so yeah, it's done 170. I think it's done, actually, we'll go over to the other side. We'll go over to the other side. Because the goodies don't stop here, guys. They don't stop here. Yeah, so, I'll sit in it, actually. Ugh. So yeah, as you can see, it's done 176,906 miles. And yeah, they've been very careful miles, I think. But yeah, there's obviously lots of space in here, got lots of cubbies. Obviously got a secret little one here when you press that little button. One annoying thing, when I did buy it, none of the windows worked. Well, none of the electricals in this area worked. And it's a common fault for the unit, which is all these here connected underneath this fascia panel, to go wrong. Now, as you can imagine, obviously this is a very old car, and yeah, you can't get these new, and if you can, they are blood money. So luckily eBay, which are not sponsoring me, come to the rescue, and I managed to find one of these for, I think it was like 30-40 quid. And yeah, pretty easy to replace, and now all the windows work. And weird enough, Merc have done something stupid. So the car's got windows on the back. So if I quickly just pop out, so there's windows here, and these open because this is a 7-seater. Yes, I'll get to that. Yeah, so instead of putting all the window controls in one area, Merc decided to do that. And then what's even more bizarre is that usually on traditional cars, well, every car, you have all your windscreen controls here, so your front and rear. Whereas on this, you can only control the front, and then you have to come in here to control the back. It's very odd. I don't know why. It's Mercs of this generation again. Now, we've got obviously a stereo with apparently TV, which doesn't work. I think you need it coded or something. I don't know. You've obviously got sat nav again. We haven't got the CD for the maps, so that doesn't work, but it does work, if that makes sense. But yeah, honestly, this car is brilliant. For the age of it, how many miles it's done, and the owners, it is in very good condition. I think this has got 8 previous owners, so yeah, it's been around the block a few times, but that doesn't really matter as long as it's been looked after. Don't get me wrong, there isn't much service history on this car, but the price I paid for it, I did think, well, ultimately, if it goes wrong in 6 months and I've towed the car 3 or 4 times to a circuit, it's done its job. And looky here, it's still here after almost a year. Now, yes, it's got DVD screens in the headrests in the back. How cool's that? Now, I don't actually know if they work, and to be fair, I'm not really that interested in them. We made some banter about, obviously, the boys sitting in the back and they can have some adult entertainment if they wanted to, and they were yet to try it, so don't know what they're playing at. I mean, long journeys to Donington, you've got all you can want in the back of this thing. But yeah, again, you can tell that the rear is in even better condition, and yeah, it's quality, honestly. I'm gutted that I'm actually having to get rid of this, but yeah, there are things that inevitably will go wrong on this, and I've already spent quite a bit of money doing stuff like tyres, brakes, and yeah, I don't really fancy hanging on to this for much longer in terms of doing maintenance items on it or just fixing things that go wrong, because I don't really use this. As I said, I've used it probably since I've owned it for a year, probably 2-3 weeks in that entire year. It's crazy. I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm saying that. But yeah, so coming back to the fascia panel at the front where it controls all the front windows broke. For some reason, the module for that is wired into these as well. So not only could you not open the windows in the front, you couldn't open the back either. So when I bought this car, literally you couldn't open any of the windows. And when I was using it, it was in summer, so the only windows I had were the windows in the back there, which I pointed out earlier, and the sunroof. That was it. So yeah, it wasn't ideal, but nevertheless, yeah, it's done its job. So yeah, this is the rear. Lots of space, as you can see. I know I'm a midget, but we'll gloss over that. But yeah, no, honestly, it's very nice in the back here, very comfortable. Although the car doesn't really drive that well in terms of it handles like a boat, the body roll is uncontrollable, it's very smooth on the road, and yeah, it does eat up the miles very nicely. Now, I want to try and keep this video short and sweet, and at the moment it's 10 minutes, so for me that is pretty good going. Let's show you the back. Yes, I said, oh, such a heavy boot. It's 7 seats, and I wasn't lying. Here we are. 2 extra seats in the back. Now, although I wouldn't want to opt to sit in the back, yeah, this is a kid's wet dream. It was mine when I was like 5 years old. I always loved to sit in a 7-seater and sit in the back. Just something about it just felt cool. But yeah, nothing really to show here. Yeah, okay, the carpet has seen better days, but for the amount of money I paid for this, like, that is literally, what does that even matter? It doesn't. It really doesn't. Get a wet vac on it. And usually I would do things like this when I'm selling cars. I'd pretty much clean it to how I want it to be, but I just haven't had the time, energy, and because someone's actually wanting to buy or very interested in buying a car today for the money that I want for it, which I'm very surprised that they're even entertaining it, is yeah, it's just one of them things that I just want to get done and get rid of it pretty quickly. But yeah, this is it. Mercedes ML270. We actually named it Monty because it's a Merc Monty, and yeah, it's sort of now a big tribute to my friend, my pal, my dog Monty, who passed away back in October last year, and I still can't get to grips with him not being here anymore. It was crazy. It was all sudden, and yeah, very disappointed, very upset, and it was a killer. But we have to move on. And it's actually his birthday this coming Monday. He would have been 14. Crazy, crazy. But yeah, this is the Mercedes. I'm not going to go for a drive in it because I haven't got time, and it's an old diesel tank. Yeah, it's not very interesting, is it? But yeah, normal content will resume after my fight, which is the 2nd of March. And yeah, other than that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh yeah, bloody hell, I forgot. How much did I pay for this? Yeah, I'll leave you right to the end. I paid a whopping £1,000 for this. Yes, I got this for £1,000. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, that's way too much. No, it's not, honestly. For what it did, for the job it did, perfect. Couldn't ask for it to be any better. But yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments below on what you think of the car. Am I mad selling it, or am I correct in selling it? Because I think I sort of am, even though I'm regretting selling it because it's actually done me wonders the past year. But yeah, other than that, subscribe and like also, and I will see you next time. Obviously, leave in the comments below as well what you'd like to see from the channel, because yes, I do want to get more active as the year goes on when I get some free time after this bloody fight. But yeah, anyway, I will see you all soon. Thank you for supporting as always. Hello to the new subscribers, and yeah, big up the OGs that have been supporting from day one. I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.